Welcome to episode 9 of Ghost of Yotei. This is Reg with PaxAriaGaming, and let's get started with a rescue mission. His wife is in labor, which is why he won't leave. So he asked for my help protecting them. You can hear his wife in the background making all that noise. Oh, the name of the mission, by the way, or at least this quest, is called Life to Be. Oh, and the baby's been born.
Atsu. じゃあこの子もAtsuにしよう。良い名だ。勇ましく育つな。
A life to be. Okay, so it was a pretty interesting start to the video. Part of the reason why is because there's a whole 2.5-hour period missing from this video where there's audio but no visual. And so, unfortunately, that part of the video included me taking on the remaining pieces of the Oni quest and eventually defeating the Oni. So unfortunately, you won't get to see me defeat the Oni in this video. It did take me multiple tries. But because I also have the Odachi, it was a little bit easier than it might have been for people who took on the Oni earlier. With just a katana. But I hated that I missed that, that we lost that video. So it was pretty good. We got a lot of stuff done. As you know, each of the Yotei 6 quests are multiple parts. And I had only started it, but I didn't get too far into it. So basically, if I did steps 1 and 2 previously, then you missed steps 3, 4, and 5. As you can see, my archery skills have improved. And I also have armor that helps, as well as charms that help. Which is why you see that animation... Oops, I messed that up. Why you see that animation when I'm shooting. Now, I can also say that I shouldn't be here at this point. This is Ishikari Castle. Whoa. And what I don't know yet is, of course, there's no way for me to get into this castle. because I didn't formally initiate this part of the quest. So you get to see me running around killing these guys, but to no avail since I can't get in anyway. I mean, we've been here before, remember, because when we took on the Oni, it was here. And they were doing some construction work on it, which is why they needed the Matsumai as builders. And the way that quest ended, it ends with me and Jubei exacting revenge on the Oni. And right after that happens, there's a warning that more of the Oni people are coming, and we need to get out of there. And we took off. So this is a return, but we're not supposed to be here yet, basically. I think I was still thrown off by losing all the footage, the visual of the previous episode. Okay, so now we're going to travel to the Red Crane Inn and begin the next Yotei 6 member on the list. Is what we're looking for here. And we gotten some previous intel that the Red Crane Inn is where we needed to go. That intel probably came like 3 episodes ago. But we have it, so we're now venturing to this new area of the map. And the Red Crane Inn is the hub of this part of the map. We were here earlier to get the Kusarigama, which is further north. But we didn't come to the end. We sort of passed it by because I knew that would initiate the quest. And earlier, I incidentally started the Oni quest, which sort of took me on a little bit of a side path that I wasn't ready for at that point. My intention was to unlock all the weapons first. I don't know whether the bird is taking me to the inn or somewhere else. Let's take a peek.
Kitsune のことを知ってそうなやつは。酒を、まあ水でなければ何でもいい。
一人酒か？つまらんだろう。よし、わしらが。
され。
さあ、かい。感情はてめえでしな。
もちろんだ。誰かが何か知ってるはず。
And this part of the story is a lot more story driven. So be prepared for that. There are lots of lore, lots of puzzles.
このままではスカンピンで帝将が丘を去ることになりかねん。
去れる日が来ると良いな。狐とやらはそもそも誠にいるのだろうか。
And while it might be easy to sort of edit all of that out, the story wouldn't make sense. I've seen some some cuts of the Kitsune quest line, and you know, people sort of just jump straight to the end of it, so you don't really have any senses of what was going on. You know, this one I'm endeavoring to give you guys the full story.
なかなかの三味線だ。
弾くのかい？
望むほどの腕じゃねえ。
まあ名人のような口ぶり。
竹蔵ではないな。
人違いで悪かったな。
天下無双の竹蔵はこのような木を巡ると聞く。二頭の奥義を得得できるかと思ったのだが、そのためにはまず示さねばならんようだ。剣の腕を。
脅してるつもりか？
刀を抜けい。この剣にどれほど耐えられるかな。
We're going to do a couple of these dueling trees. The reason we're here is because I couldn't figure out how to activate the next part of the Red Crane Inn quest, but we'll get back there. Well, no, I know what it was. In order to activate that part of the quest, I needed money to gamble. And it's just one of the few times I had no money. Either because I was busy upgrading things or buying ammo. So it sent me back out into the world to do a couple of bounties, fight these guys since they were on the map. Loot more coin, and then I'll go back to the inn and gamble. Okay, so let's go find Takeso. I have far more charms than I've ever equipped. I should try more of them out. Actually, I keep saying that. I'm going to create loadouts. But I don't know whether you can use a single charm in multiple loadouts or not. Because there's certain charms I would keep on always. There are other ones that are very situational. I don't have to think about that. So far, it's worked out for me the way I'm doing it, which is a little haphazard, but it certainly worked out. Beautiful landscape. Okay, so I need to get down to the coast because he's going to be down there. What is this? These folks doing all the way up here? Yeah, I was tempted to buy something from them, but I don't really need anything. Yeah, the headbands and the dyes and all that stuff. I don't use any of that stuff, so. At this point, I guess I really could just call the horse back, right? I think I'm in the right place. Maybe I shouldn't have slid down. Unless there's a climbing spot for me somewhere over here. That's another slide down. Some materials. Oh no, I gotta go back up. Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that.
竹蔵が待ってるはずだが、こちらを待たせる算段が。
Made it back up. I guess I'll have a little lunch while I wait for Takezo. Takezo the Unrivaled.
よう、来たか。
てめえただの流浪人じゃねえな。天下無双の竹蔵だ。
筆定異名だろう。宿敵のいねえ男なんざ、砥石のない刀と同じ。生倉になっちまう。俺様を任す相手が欲しい。
任したら奥義を得得できるか？
もちろんだ。死ななきゃな。ついてこい。この木に吊るしてんだ。これまでし合った連中の名を。し合った連中に当てて短冊を残してる。
てめえ宛てに書いてやる。
ああ、そうしてくれ。あんたの名は？
アツ。弟子のために泣いてもやらないのか？
そもそも弟子なぞ欲しかね
え。なら初めからそう言ってやる。
あいつら正気に見えたかい？
上の空だったな。
あいつらとの勝負であんたには腕があると踏んだ。見せてくれよ。俺様相手にどう立ち回るかをな。派手に行こうぜ。
One of our many duels. I killed all your students, so let's see if you're any better. Let's do this.
やるな、見どころがあるぜ。だがよ、獲物がこいつならどうだ。
船の貝おいてめ正気か。
痩せ侍だとて剣は触れる。型は破ったもん勝ちだ。頭使ってんな。もっと熱くなれ、あくびが出るぞ。今日一度すでに見てんだよ。
俺の肩を破らねえと。
Okay. Oops. Okay, that was supposed to happen.
それだ、得得したな、奥義を。
でたらめに戦うことが奥義じゃないだろうな。
見知らぬ動きは防ぎようがないだろう。臨機応変、それこそが無双たる秘訣だ。死ぬかと思ったぜ。ああ、良きかな。
変なところに当たっちまったか。
そうかもな。天地が揺らいだ心持ちさ。まだまだ修行が足らねえや。蝦夷地で一番高いところで待つ。俺様の技を5つ身につけたら会いに来てくれ。
Okay, so we have to meet him.
時は必ず勝ってみせる。
もし会えたらな。
We have to meet him one more
ババよ
time.
竹蔵。
The way to do that is by equipping all 5 of the charms related to his quest. That is assuming you have them all. Okay. Back to the end. We rescued him earlier.
また厄介事か。
まあな。あちろ、てめえは少し落ち着いたらどうだ。
いや、そんな人生面白くねえや。また来てくれ。
雪虫を見ると冬が来たって思うな。
I guess they're not talking to me since I have no subtitles to understand what they're saying. And I still have no money. That's the issue.
面白そうだ。この博打、俺も加わっていいか。
負ける覚悟と金はあるな。
わしが変わろう。用心しろよ。こやつは手強いぞ。
Yeah. So I figured out how to initiate the quest. Unfortunately, the inn doesn't have any coin lying around that I could take. So that means going out and doing a couple of bounties. We have a few of them that we can do. There's one that only happens at night, another one that only happens when it's snowing, and then there are a couple of random ones. We can also find Teizo, who is ran the bow lady's boyfriend or significant other. So there are a couple of things we can do. Hopefully she'll give us money as reward. Yeah, usually they do. So we'll do those things, and then we'll come back to the end. This is one of the bounty areas. This is also, obviously, one of the... I think this may be the final dye area of the game. There was crimson or red, there's black, there's white.
何かご用？
染め屋なのか？
そうさ。でも新しい客の用は聞けない。
誰に気遣ってる？
いや、そうだね。素材は持ってる。手早く済ませてあげる。気をつけてね。
Yeah, well, at least this is on the map. I've spoken to each one of them, and usually I'll just buy one thing from them to make sure that I guess if I ever need to go back and buy something. But you can also get dyes from the armorer. Who else can you get dyes from? You can get dyes from a number of people in the game, including the Ainu, so I'm not sure what the dye merchants are there for. But there are a few of them, and they're on the map. So you can unlock it. If anything, it gives you another fast travel point, but there are plenty of fast travel points all across the map. So you don't really need them for that, but I don't know. Can't quite figure that out. Okay, anyway. We are looking for a bounty. And this is where he leaves his handiwork, apparently. Oh, okay. This one looks like it's a little bit more involved. So I will limit my editing. This was just a regular bounty. You would just see me getting to the altar. Since I told you guys I wouldn't bore you with the details of all that, but this one's a little bit more involved. So there's a Snowblight shrine. So there's a shrine. And there's a Nine Tails leader, which must be our bounty in this area as well. It looks like there's going to be a little bit more involved. Yeah, I actually changed my armor. That's why my arrow shooting is a little different than it was a little bit earlier. I'm actually surprised the Odachi doesn't break shields better. I know the Kusarigama is what you're supposed to be using, but as heavy as the weapon is, I just don't know why it doesn't shield break. Oh my god, this guy's aggravating.
なぜ捕まった？
なぜなのか、わけがわからんままここに。
行け、逃げるんだ。どうすれば入れる？
Okay, this is the beginning of quite a significant number of puzzles. And this is, even though we're not officially doing Kitsune's quest at the moment, this is all of Kitsune's territory. The Nine Tails. I guess Kitsune means fox. And yeah, you cannot get through this area without solving the puzzles. Just in case you're thinking there's some alternate way of doing this, there really isn't. Okay, so we're going to do the truncated version, which is me plugging them off one at a time. Stealthily. I do have an armor set. I think, do I have it equipped? I may have it equipped. The Crimson Kimono is the armor set that reduces enemy detection, but there's also a charm that does the same thing. Yeah, the smaller bow takes 2 shots to kill enemies. That's not always true. I guess I could equip the right armor and the right charms, and I would be able to kill them with 1. I don't yet have the kunai, which would also kill them with 1 or 2. Again, depending on the charms you have equipped. So I'm probably going to aim for the kunai in the next episode. if I don't get too sidetracked. It was definitely something I wanted earlier in the game, but for some reason I never activated the quest and found the person I was supposed to talk to who was really the quest giver. It's probably a really cheap way for me to kill a guy. Okay. I was gonna say, I think I got most of them, but I think there are like 3 or 4 left.
えねえよ。
誰かいるぞ。頭はどこだ。答えろ。
破れるは弱者のみ。力及ばず口惜しや。
くそ、このまま奥に進むしかねえ。
I had a feeling it wasn't going to be just one person. Okay, finally 1v1. Finally. Okay. Now the rule is use the Kitsune to break the shield, and then fight him with whatever he has, which he's using a katana. Okay, so he's now switched to the Kitsune, which means I should switch to the katana. And he's breaking through my defenses. Oh, okay. So I need to be out of range of that move. So it pulls you in and he gets one hit. I really should have broken that damn shield he has. Finally. Easy switch to a Yari. And the katana is a good all-around weapon, so it doesn't really matter what he switches to. Especially with this armor set. If I were using the armor of the Undying, then it works best if I switch. Okay. So I took him out, which should give me a bounty. And now I have to locate the Altar of Reflection, which should give me another technique point. And I got a sword, which I'm not likely to use. I'm pretty sure all the enemies are dead because I think that was a the conditions that had to be met before you ended up facing the boss of this area. Of course, another puzzle in order to get across. I think it's as simple as just... Oh no, I guess not. Okay. We have a puzzle box. We've not done any of the puzzle boxes. We have quite a few of them in our inventory. And you can see my progress. Doing good progress on all of them. We do the Kusarigama, and then next we can put either something in the Odachi or the Yari. Again, my intention is to have them all maxed out before I face Lord Saito at the end of the game. So we've completed Snow's Blight Shrine and Hideout. Now, let's once again go back.
もう死んでいた。だが仇の首は取ってやった。
幾人もさらった男ならさぞ強かったんでしょうに。
そうでもね。
Okay, so I got some money. We're gonna take this. Probably not gonna do this on video. Now we can go back into the inn. And probably lose all of our money gambling with this guy. The only time I've ever played this game was during the little cutscene where Atsu's mother was teaching her how to play this. I do have it set to sort of give me a little bit of hint as to how far I need to move it to hit it, so you can do it blind or you can do it this way. Okay, I lost. You can still lose doing it that way, by the way, which I just demonstrated. And I can't believe he missed one. This is probably not the one I should go for. Oh, okay, it worked. All right. And all I have to do is hit one. If I hit both, then I lose. There we go. Okay. It was actually nerve-wracking.
運のいいやつめ。
お主、狐を探しているならば手を組めるかもしれんな。だが、人目のあるところで話すのは避けたい。
人目のないところには行かねえぞ。
早がてんするな。2階にいる物頭と話せ。右手の奥の部屋だ。
So the quest that I initiated, I wanted to initiate almost 45 minutes ago, I finally move along. No, we're just pilfering this room. The commander is at the end of the hall.
太陽ついたな。着物を脱いでおけ。すぐ楽しませてやる。
刀は刺したままで。
刀？貴様何者だ？
どうした？てめえの好みじゃねえか？
まずは湯を浴びてこい。
狐について知ってることを聞きたい。
我は松前藩の物頭。流浪人風情の問いに答えると思ったか。立ち去れ。ひっ捕らえてもいいのだぞ。
どうでもいいがまず服を着やがれ。
藤田殿から話は聞けたか？
ゲストン。
皆様方、お雪の三味線をお聞きくださいまし。
静まれ。大雪が引くんだぞ。我らがいなくば。
That was pretty messed up. She's recognizing the style of music. Maybe the actual song.
しけた曲を弾くんじゃねえ。
それよりもそんな三味線を置いてよ。待ってみろ。
てめえが舞うか。
また遊ばれていようだな。
引き手、バチ止めんなよ。刀は使わねえ。賞金の額を上げたくない。
捕らえろ。
ハエ侍。
この女、どこで結果を覚えた。こやつ人ではない。
どうしたノロマ。
貴様。
なんだ。
起きろ、うつけども。こやつを切れ。
あら、いいのかね。 松前様は驚くよ。自分とこの侍が流浪人ごときに負けたと聞いて。しかも女が相手と。
お耳に入らなければ良いだけだ。
いい歌ほど早く広まるもんだろ。
ことなしと心得よ。次にその顔を見せてみよう。問答無役で即座に切り捨てるぞ。
外に置いて。
Blood on the snow. This is one of the quest lines, subquests in the Kitsune quest line.
壊した分は払おう。
松前様につけておきますよ。
手出し無用だったが。
だろうね。
ではどうして助けた？
狐のことを嗅ぎ回ってると聞いてね。あいつは九尾組の頭、手塩ヶ丘の忍び衆を率いてる。
引き手の割には詳しいじゃないか。
ここに住んでるなら誰でも何かに巻き込まれてる。まずは村のありさまを見ておくれ。何が見える？
水車だ。
捨てられた。九尾組を恐れて預かり人が逃げている。代わりは見つからないままで。
馬屋だ。
九尾組は馬をおとりにしてその持ち主を釣り出す。戻るのはいつも馬だけ。
火事場、火がついていないな。
主もいない。あそこの刀鍛冶は九尾組に殺されてしまった。ムクロがないから供養すらしてやれぬ。
ではどうして死んだとわかる？
切られた時の血が残ってたから。あいつらが暴れ出したのは前の年から。それまでは忍びらしい忍びだったんだけどね。村は松前に助力を請うた。でもあんたあの藤田にはあったろ？
てめえ俺の腕を見定めてたってことか。
手を貸してくれる？
元より狐が目当てだ。銭は払うんだろうな。
あんた主戦度だって笑われそうだね。
笑う連中は泥水をすすって暮らしてないだけだ。
いい糸口になりそうなところを知ってる。ついといで。
てめえの三味線昔を思い出す。
褒めてるのかい？
三味線には嘘をつけない。ただ音を体で感じるのみ。
確かにあの時だけ素顔でいられる。この上なく安らぐから。
一人で弾くに限るな。
I wonder if she's going to be a part of my wolf pack.
着いたよ。
ヤシロ、ここが糸口。
Speak with Oyuki.
この地で暮らす人にとっては狐は妖怪変化、力のあるあやかしなんだ。泣く子も黙る化け狐といったところ。
ただの噂だろ。九尾組の正体は資料だとか言うなよ。
あいつらは人だろうね。脅すことしか知らない能なしども。でもみんな九尾組に合わないよう金を備える。それを連中が盗む。必ず現れるさ。
で後をつけると
小銭で釣り出してやる。
あいつらが来なかったら銭を取り戻すぞ。
盗人に見られる。
だったらてめえが払えばいい。
Looks like she's going to be my ally on this series of quests.
あの岩の上、あそこに隠れよう。
さてとどうなることやら。
なんだよ。
疑惑まみれに見えるのに何も語ってくれないね。
歌にされちゃ困るからな。
蝦夷地のでかい？
てめえは違うな。
あら、どうして？
その着物、その口先。本土で生まれたか、幾年か過ごしたか。
侍や戦のせいであちこちさまよった。ようやくそれもおしまいになると思ったけれど。
ここでも安らげなかったか。いっそのこと蝦夷地から出ろ。
あいにくと宝を取られてね。奪い返すまでは出られない。
狐人来やがった。見ろ、あいつら銭を取った。行くぞ。
その前に様子を見よ
見つかるな。俺たちの運が良ければ根城をつかめるはずだ。
う。罠かもしれないよ。
待ち伏せは一度食らった。二度目はない。
止まった。
覗いてみるか。
何してるんだろ
雪を払ってる。あれは印だ。
う。なんで印なんか。
狐流の言葉だろうな。
あれで何かを伝えてるわけか。
きっと下地だな。見失うぞ。
用心して。木陰に隠れてるかもしれないから。
百も承知だ。
また立ち止まったよ。
次は何をするつもりだ。また印。
あいつら何かの下地に従ってるね。
二手に分かれる。
見られたの？
さあな。てめえは右に行け。俺は他をつける。どこ行ったんだ。てめえがさっきの野郎か。
おめえか。鬼様を殺したのもその刀のおかげなんだろ。これでどうだ。覚悟しろ。何も話すつもりはねえ。
狐はどこにいる。吐け。
These guys are really clear about not giving up any information when they are willing to slit their own throats.
九尾組に巻かれたよ。これ何があった？
喋るよりも死を選んだ。
資料って噂。
何してんの？
さまよい人の頃は何か隠すんなら履物の中。地図がいるのはただの人、資料には不要さ。
ここにも印がある。
何に見える？隠れ家とか？
かもな。宿に戻ってろ。あとは俺がやる。
あんたまさか一人で乗り込む気？
松前のようにグズグズとしようか。それは嫌だろ。
あんたの名も聞いてない。
アツ。この地図を頼りにしてみるか。
Okay, so she is part of the wolf pack. As you can see, wolf pack is getting pretty packed. I think there may be... Looks like 2 more. No. I think I have them all. I think there's 1 more that I need to get. It's funny, the golden bird is part of my wolf pack. And you can see which ones want you to do something. I think there's one right behind Ran and behind Keika. I think there's 1 more. It's probably the kunai person. And I hope to rectify that in the next episode or so. After the Kitsune's quest, we have the Saito brothers. And then I guess the last one would be Lord Saito. So to give you some idea of where we are in the game, I think we're slightly beyond the halfway point. And I've done quite a bit of the side quests and things like that. So definitely beyond the halfway point. Some people may choose to do the side quests after they finish the main game, which you can do, or any collectibles that you're trying to achieve. You can do that after you finish the main game as well. Because I'm a completionist, I usually do it during game, which makes it less interesting for me to continue to play after I complete the game. Because there's nothing for me to do. And I don't believe there's a new game plus mode in this game. So you can start another puzzle. So you would simply just start all over again. And because you can switch builds and do different loadouts, I'm not sure why you would do it again. So if you want to do it again playing shinobi style, you want to do it again playing archer style, you can do that. You can switch during the actual game, which I've been doing. I mean, mostly I'm playing as range, but of course all the bosses are up close and personal. And if you get ambushed, that's up close and personal as well. But if you're taking on a hideout or a not homesteads, the bases of Saito's people, then I'm doing those pretty stealthily. And I've been pretty successful doing it that way. You don't raise a lot of alarms until the very end. If you get to a point where there's 4 or 5 guys left, I don't mind. But if you've killed, 18 or 19 of the 22 people there, then that works. I'm guessing I'm going to be ambushed a few times, by the way. Since Ayuki is not here. Yep, there you go. I guess even if she was here, would still have been ambushed. Yeah, they got me good because I don't have any health. Okay, I should get a little bit of spirit from this guy. Trying to see if there's any more throwables. Yeah, there's one I just passed out. Yeah, I didn't do a very good job of defending myself here. Okay, that's better. Yeah, as I mentioned, this area is full of puzzles. Yeah, some of them are fairly simple and some of them are a little tricky. This is one where I must have run past one of the little fox statues somewhere, because I need two. People watching this are saying, the guy ran past the thing 3 times. What the heck? Okay, it's hidden right. It's right there, right here. I did run past it like 3 times, maybe 12 times. And after all of that, I still have them in the wrong position. Interestingly enough, Kitsune is the only one that uses 1,000,000 puzzles, by the way. At least so far. I don't know about the Saito brothers.
あの腰抜けどもめ。どこに逃げやがった。
It's interesting because I guess I could have cut all of this out and showed me getting to wherever my final destination is, but I haven't shown a lot of me traversing areas like this, so I figured I'll show this. A couple of times when I think it adds to the, I think it adds an element to the game. And of course, there are other times where it's simply tedious. When we were following Husi around, we had to do a little bit of traversing. What's the other area? Someone else. Actually, there are a few spaces where we had to do that. And in most cases, you can sort of figure it out. It's not, it's so difficult that it's impossible to figure out how to get from point A to point B. There are a couple of the altars, and I haven't shown me necessarily getting to all of them. I've sort of shown once I've gotten there, early, like episode 1, 2, I did show getting there. And compared to some of the ones in the middle of the game, it's a little bit easy getting to the first ones, but some of them are pretty obscure. You have to climb a mountain and climb down the other side of the mountain. Some of them are in a cave in the middle of the mountain. Okay, this looks like another ambush. Yeah. Okay, the last one was harder than it needed to be. Okay, so if we have a cipher, it means the puzzles are going to get a little bit more difficult than they were initially.
印とそれぞれの言われが暗号だ。写しを残すか役に立ちそ
Or
うだ。
maybe not. Who knows? Like I said, so far they haven't been that difficult. So I guess we're copying them down. And this is the only one that had, like I said, a significant number of puzzles. Most of the game, there are a few here and there, but they're not so many that they're impeding your progress. In this section of the game, it takes a little bit longer to traverse simply because you have to sort of figure out each of those puzzles. And there are side areas in this region as well where you still have these same symbols and puzzles that you have to complete in order to get through. I don't know what the puzzle boxes are yet. I haven't done any of those. I find them, I pick them up. I don't know whether they give you some special prize for figuring them out. But they certainly haven't stopped me from getting into any of the hideouts, the nine-tail hideouts, or anything else. So now I have the cipher. I'm guessing as we move forward into some of the hideouts or some of the open areas of the game where we see these symbols, we can open this cipher and use that to navigate. So the way forward is through that door, since the symbol says so. I don't need to pick that up. Oh, okay. We have to solve the puzzle in order to go forward. You know, it's funny. I don't know why that keeps happening. That's happened to me like a few times. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Unless that's a trap. But the other ones, I've lit myself on fire a couple of times. Okay. Another ambush. Yep. These guys are like all over the place. Alright, once we take them out, we're going to wrap. We're going to wrap this episode up because I think it'll be we're not going to get through all of the Kitsune's quest lines in the next 30 minutes, which would make it a 2-hour video. So once we complete this, it seems like it'll be a good stopping point. If it's not, we'll keep on a little bit longer, but it looks like it looks like when we get to the end of this, it might conclude Blood on the Snow. She was killing me with that move. Cue the slow dramatic death. Oh, there's more of them. Oh, shoot. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have used that throwable at that point. Okay, so I need 3 different weapons to fight these guys. Okay, cool. One of them's down. He's got a Yari. He's got a Yari-like thing. Although that's a Naginata. And the other one has a katana. And a shield. Okay. So now we have... one guy left. There we go. Alright, actually that wasn't as bad as I thought. Anyone else? Okay, one more puzzle. Oh, we have another armor set. Nice. Yeah, I like it. The Ninetales armor. Well, it's interesting because most of the armor I've seen them in has been white armor. This is all black. Interesting. So, like I said, we're going to wrap up here. When we come back, we are going to complete the Kitsune questline. Blood on the Snow has been completed. Alright, so when we come back in the next episode, we will, like I said, finish this quest line. See if we can't get the kunai unlocked, which is probably going to be a multiple step thing since every other weapon unlock has been multiple steps. And then we will move on to the Saito brothers, assuming we can get Kitsune's questline done in the next episode. So thank you guys for joining me. Please comment, and if you like this video, also please subscribe. I appreciate any and all of you who are watching and following me on this playthrough. Thanks a lot, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Uploads every Tuesday and Friday. Bye-bye.